Growing pessimism from Americans on the jobs and inflation front, according to CNBC's latest All-America Economic Survey. Let's get over to Steve Liesman. He's got some of the key takeaways for us. Steve.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, the public's concern with losing their job grew in the latest All-America survey, along with ongoing worries about inflation and wages not keeping up. Take a look. 26% of the public is worried about losing their job. And that's up from the average of the last several times we've asked that question. 74% are not worried. That's down a little bit from the last couple times we asked that. Curiously, though, Americans remain relatively confident they can find a job with similar pay and benefits if they lose their current position. 58% saying they're confident, 40% not confident. Now we're going to put it all together. 51% of the public not worried about losing their job or finding a new one, with 19% concerned. But then take a look here. Black adults, more concerned, more worried, less confident. Latino adults as well. And that compares with white adults who are very confident, 61%. College grads also a little bit more concerned when you look at it. High school or less worried. They're pretty confident in their jobs. If you have an annual salary, again, a little bit elevated in that level of concern. Women are also more elevated in terms of their concern over the finding their jobs and the job market. Now, comes to prices, 75% of Americans say prices are rising. That's the two here. 50% say faster than usual, 25% a little bit more slowly, 14% say leveled off, 10% say they're going down. Meanwhile, just 31% of the public think their wages will increase in the coming year. That compares with 8% seeing them actually increasing. That's the lowest level we've seen since 2021. So not a lot of outlook for that. So combination, job concerns, higher prices, wages not keeping up. That underpins a generally poor attitude Americans have about the economy right now that has dragged down President Trump's approval rating on the economy further into negative territory. And guys, I know that the data is not that bad, but these numbers are kind of sour, I'd say.
No, it jives with some of the Indeed postings, people looking for holiday jobs that we showed earlier, or people Googling new jobs. Like there's definitely anxiety, but Steve, it makes it even more the predicament for the Fed, because there's also expectations of rising prices and inflation.
Yeah, I think that's an issue out there. Those just inflation expectations the Fed follows very carefully. Sarah, I think one key thing here is that there is a partisanship to this. Democrats are more sour than Republicans. What we look very closely at here, along with our Republican and Democratic pollsters in this poll, are the independents. They're very sensitive to economic issues, and they're trending negative on the economy right now.
Yeah, guess the Fed should stick with the middle, maybe, or overall data, even though we don't have any. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks.
Steve